If you've ever wondered what's holding you back, then the power of forgiving is where it is. Are there things in your life that you regret? Because we all have them, and holding on to just the memory of these can hold you back. It can stop you from achieving your dreams, whether those dreams are to have love in your life, to succeed in business, or to simply be happy and live a life you love. It's those things from the past, deep in your memory, that can hold you apart from these dreams. That's why we teach the power of forgiving. When I counsel clients, it's often the culmination of regrets from the past that bring them to my door. For instance, how they've treated others, the behaviours they aren't pleased with. And although they've done the work on themselves, they all have, it doesn't seem to be improving, no matter whether you've been victimised or you've treated another poorly. There are stored memories that will hold you apart from your dreams. But there's a bigger picture at play here. If you could zoom out and look at your life from a larger perspective, much of it would make sense. Just imagine now you are your higher self, observing all in the scene and watching, not judging, but noticing what's going on and how you're responding to your environment. From this vantage point, you can now see that you're building up a wall, an emotional wall of baggage that will be carried from scene to scene, from relationship to relationship, in love, work, and play. That's because you take yourself with you. There's no taking off the baggage, stepping out from behind the wall, and doing it differently for some situations, but just not others. The emotional wall that has been created over the years by you will influence everything: decisions, relationships, family, and no matter how much work you do to move past it or regurgitate the past, it will only serve to strengthen the hold it has over you. But emotions are a little like flypaper. They don't just catch the big emotions. No, they also connect to the seemingly smaller emotions. These are the everyday ones that run through your life and affect who you are. They become your persona. And until you release them, they're there. They stay and influence the unfolding of your life. But these are easier to transform. The simplest method I've found of releasing these emotions is the power of forgiving. Forgiving is just a fancy way of saying make peace and let go. But it isn't about somebody else. It's about you, how you feel on the inside, what you want to release, and why you want to let go. I'm sure you've realised by now that the only person hate or grudges or resentment affects is the person who's holding them. This means that somebody could have done something horrific to you, and your hate, shame, or blame is affecting you heavily. Your forgiving yourself for feeling this way will bring you peace. It doesn't release the burden of another, as how you feel has nothing to do with them. The ultimate in giving your power away is by holding a grudge. The power of forgiving is about releasing yourself from the burden of that grudge. It's about freeing yourself from the bondage of hatred and resentment. Until you can do this, you will carry this emotion through your life. It forms the basis of your emotional veil until it attracts more of the same and becomes a wall. And through that wall, you try and communicate. Can you see how this may not work the way you want it to? And often you're talking from one emotional wall to another one. So your voice may say, I love you, and it comes out through your wall as aggressive and is received by another person's wall as you're pushing me away. There's a method I've used and continue to do so today. It's called the power of forgiving. Take some time for yourself and ponder the past. Whatever comes up, forgive yourself. Don't get stuck there. For instance, when I'm thinking of the way I spoke to somebody that was agitated or annoyed, I apologize to the person in my mind and forgive myself for speaking that way. I feel the forgiveness just wash over me. This is genuine. If I don't feel it, I just don't do it. So it's easy to begin with the little things. You know, the person that you were short with, the best friend that you weren't there for when they needed you. Let the memories flow. I'm sure there will be a few of them. When it gets to the harder stuff, the big flies that are caught in the flypaper, make sure you forgive yourself and not the action. For instance, forgive yourself for feeling guilty or shame. Forgive yourself for not supporting you, for blaming yourself, for feeling like a victim, and keep going until there's nothing left. Then do a meditation and gather all of the residue into a vortex and shed light into the pile. Darkness can't survive in the light, and you're transforming matter into energy. This is the process of dissolving your emotional wall through the power of forgiving. So do the work and enjoy life so much more when you can communicate from one heart to another. Thanks for joining me. I'm Gail Marie from 6 Dimensions of Healing.